All righty. So this is some of the stuff we're going to be talking about as far as in the staff meeting today regarding planner procedures. Now, I think after visiting with several different teachers, as well as seeing some stuff with students, and then having a few little parent things here and there, I do think we have a few needs that we can pretty easily address, and it should be a pretty slick thing. So, a couple of issues here. Issue one: restroom usage. What I keep hearing is, you know, the kids go to the bathroom. What class are they leaving from? Seems like they're going all the time. Those kinds of things. Issue two: student absences. And these are pre-planned absences, to be specific. So, restroom usage. Students seem to be making a lot of trips to the restroom out of my class. That's what I'm hearing. Mine too. Mine too. And it's the same time every day, I'm pretty sure. All right, and then issue two: student absences. And again, we're talking about ones that are pre-planned. Little Susie has vacation coming up, or they're going to a funeral, or something like that. So, what does the student need to do when they are gone, and how are they supposed to know that? Now, obviously, I know you talk to them, and we have our white sheets. Um, the teacher never told them that they had anything to do. We'll hear that from parents, or that from, I think, three different parents now. The teacher said they could just get caught up when they get back. Why are they in Pride now? So that's something I think that we can address with this too. So, to me, what I see is, I see the planners seem to be a little bit underutilized, just from what I've looked through with the kids, and I think we can probably, as a group, just do a better job with how we're utilizing them and be a little bit more uniform. So let's reinforce good planner usage in addition to these two new procedures. And we're going to kind of walk through these things together here. Our restroom usage, passes, and documentation. And this is pretty slick. So I kind of did a little sample, what a planner could look like. And as you can see down on the bottom, and we kind of did a little spot shadow and then a little zoom in, that's what it's going to look like. So an M signifying Monday, and that's consistent with what is up the left side. 1:15, little Johnny went to the bathroom. Then Thursday, out of that same class, which this one looks like it's science or life skills, they went at 10:13. Now, no idea why they would be in that class at those two times, but you get the idea. So this is what the student writes down. Okay, they need to write an M and then the time, or a TH and then the time, whatever corresponds with the day. And I know you guys get that. Then a teacher's initials. We go right there saying, yep, I know. So that way they aren't just getting up and leaving. It's saying, hey, yeah, that's fine. Now we want to track this by class, as you can see on the left here. So we're going to do it just directly below the class period, just to make sure that we're consistent with that. So if they're leaving out of social studies, obviously it would be going right to the left. And this will also give us a quick reference and a good look to see, okay, who's going to the bathroom? How much are they going? Is this a problem? Is it not a problem? As long as we're consistent, I think we can get all that sorted out. All right, where do they put these planners while using the restroom, you may ask? I'm going to throw a little magic at you right here. Hold on to your hats. Check that out: a shelf and another shelf. Now, these are both in the boys' bathroom, but there are also shelves in the girls' bathroom as well. So just put their planner on the shelf. We don't want them to juggle it while they're going. We'd like to avoid any kind of bathroom matter for getting on the planner. So if we put them on the shelf, wash their hands after they go, grab that planner, they should be all set. Restroom issue. Concord. And I'm just getting a kick out of these Bitmojis. So, and now I see my guy with the Concord is a little bit crazy eyed. So maybe he's supposed to be. Maybe that's just mine. Maybe everybody else's has regular eyes. I guess that's something we'll have to look into it with Bitmoji. But either way, and now for the absences. Okay, this is student prearranged absence procedure. Throw some stuff at you right here. So don't freak out. We're going to go through these things step by step. All right. So there are some key elements with this. Element number one: circle the day, make a note. Element number two: write the assignments. 3, separate it with a box. 4, teacher initial the work to be done, and 5, teacher initial the traditional slip, admit slip, and then 6, student brings the admit slip back to the office prior to them leaving, of course. So circle the day, step 1, just like this. I circled it, just put gone for a funeral. All right. Out of town shopping, going to the circus with mom and dad. All right. And that happens right there. All right. Now write the assignments. So you can see this happen right along the bottom here. And then we have a little bit of a zoom in. You can see gerund phrase review. Obviously, that'd be something in language arts. And that doesn't say chill quiz. I just realized that now. It actually says chapter 11 quiz, which would be in reading. Okay, so now what you see with that is, and you can see where I actually penciled off at the bottom, and I don't care where they write it, if they just want to write it in the middle of the box and draw a box around it, if they just want to cordon off a chunk of the bottom, draw a line across it, as long as there's a box around it in some way to separate it so we know it's something different that they're actually gone, that's really all that we're going for here. All right, and I think for the sake of consistency, let's just use the bottom of the box for the day that they're going to be gone. Okay. So now the kids are going to probably think life is hard. This is way too much. You want me to plan ahead? You want me to use my planner? Well, yes, that's exactly what it's for. And I think this could also be a crucial piece of communication between us and home, and then the kid in the middle. We can get them to take a little bit of responsibility for this. So separate it with a box. That's step 3. Could be comboed with step 2, but we want to make sure this is as simple as possible. Look at me, a little Bitmoji dude, drawing a line superimposed over the top of that. If you can't see, that's the extent of my tech skills, right there. All right, so our chapter 11 quiz again, and then our gerund phrase review. So drawn a box around it. Teacher initial the work to be done. Pretty self-explanatory, but just real quick, make sure they write it, and I want to stress they need to write this, not you write it. All right, let them know what they need to do. They write it down. You initial it, and that's it. Teacher initial the traditional admit slip, and you guys have all seen these before. You're going to initial it right there. They bring it down to the office, so we have that communication back and forth. So basically, you're initialing one thing, you're initialing for the period, and you're initialing in their planner. All right, and then you got that thing whipped. Student brings the admit slip back to the office. They're going to feel a great sense of joy and pride in accomplishing a task and getting themselves organized, and the planner goes with them, so there's no reason they shouldn't know what the assignments are. All right, now at the end, I do want to create a video that will go to students, that will show. It'll be the same thing for everybody, and I will probably do that after we have our meeting. And if there's any kinks we need to work out, we can do that then. And then I will probably also make sure that video gets sent to parents as well, and then probably push this a little bit at conferences coming up here in a little less than a month, about 3 weeks. And between those things, I think we'll communicate it as well as what we can, to make sure that we have kind of a uniform procedure, as far as when the kids are gone, and make sure that we're holding them accountable, and that they are following through and keeping themselves organized, because after all, that's what we are trying to accomplish anyway. All right, that is